I'm gonna mute that. Alrighty. This on the screen is the inspiration. I'm going to be using kind of like this look here. Actually, I am. I am. Where you at? We are fluid, party people. Actually, give me 1 second. I have a fellow artist that's asking if I am jumping online. I'm just going to respond. Actually, I am on. I just went live. Are you interested? All right. So this is the inspiration. This is the piece. Let me make some scooching. That looks all right. And I'll be using gouache today. Yeah, he was planning on watching. All right. They let me record my podcast by day so I can be a professional chef. I'm going to change this music guy because I do not like. I do not like all the ads. So give me 1 second. Sorry. I apologize for all the. It was a soul funk that has lyrics. I just want some. You know what? You guys down for some? I don't know what this is. It's called 70s psychedelic desert rock. It'll work. It'll work for what we're doing. You guys probably can't hear it anyway. All right. Anyway, so welcome back to the channel. This is Art to the Round Table. This is your boy, Mello, and I am going to be painting the Rocketeer, the piece that I've inked and penciled 2 days ago. If you want to check that out, you could go ahead and check out the our live stream playlists. They are the most recent. And I will be using my Hemi gouaches today. So that is what we're going to be doing. So let me just set up. I really apologize. Fix this angle here. This is the palette I use. Now the Barbarian piece. All I did was wipe all the dried up black and white and all my grays. I kept the white and black gouaches there. This is going to be the Hemis I'm going to be using. I sprayed them with some water so they're getting a little jelly. These have been holding up for me really well lately, so I'm very happy for that. Let me see. So this paper, this is regular Bristol board, otherwise commonly known as comic book paper. It's Bristol Smooth. I'm going to be doing some scooching. Move that up. Move this here. Got my water to clean my brushes. This, all I really need is some paper towels. And to get my brushes. I'm actually I'm gonna try to do some stuff that I was trying to, my earlier stream, I think it was on this Monday, I had a fellow artist, Julio Cesar Petrini, and he was sharing a bunch of techniques that he uses, and I'm gonna see if I can grip some of those for this piece. I'm just looking for a bigger brush. I usually go for smaller brushes because I'm a noodler, but I'm gonna be using my round. I'm definitely gonna be using my angled. I don't think I'll be using my round brushes, and I'm definitely gonna be using this kind of flat brush here. Because I am kind of like the technique that I use a lot in my art is kind of like the press and feather, if that makes sense. So I put a lot of pressure up front in the front part of the stroke, and then kind of like feather it out to allow the bristles to gently come off the paper, and you get a lot of really cool transitions. I did a quick writing of the Rocketeer up here, but I'm going to paint all over that. Blue sky, and then it's just gonna blue sky, and then it's going to jump back and forth between a lot of the same colors, which is why I did it this way. So it's gonna be, he is in his own, he's in his own fireball from the rocket. Like he's putting the pedal to the metal, as they say. Or his thumbs to the triggers. He's hauling. So it's going to be, so this is the technique that I was going to try, listening to how Julio described how he was doing clouds and some of his effects where he just dropped a color and then with a damp brush using a kind of feathers it down. So, but I'm going to be a little bit more heavy handed because it will be pure white to those colors, pure white to those colors, on and on and on. And I need those breaks in color because the Rocketeer is very much a single toned color. His palette is almost single tone, right? The gold or the chrome, not chrome, the gold or the copper. Let me show you guys as I mumble my way through this. Right, so gold or bronze or copper, that type of color for the helmet. His shirt, even his leather bomber, is kind of like a reddish brown. So that's all near the brown in some cases. So it kind of leaves you in a weird position. But anyway, yeah, see, that's kind of a reddish brown, and it's also the red is accentuating it because of the background. But you see how he has to break up the color. So that's kind of the challenge that I have to deal with. Look how beautiful that looks when you add blues to it. So I'm not going to do clouds because you won't be able to see the clouds while he's hauling, but that may change after the fact. But right now, let's just do some painting. I'm going to use a bigger brush. Brushes are kind of like toe up. I need to be a bit more caring and loving for my brushes here. And I don't know quite yet if I'm going to be doing type of lighting. We'll see. I think we're going to play together. All right. I'm going to see if I can use two colors for the sky. where it's going to be a dark blue on top. And maybe transition to. I do want it to be vibrant, so add a little bit more water so I can get a better gradient. The paper is dry. I don't normally do a lot of wet on wet because this paper isn't necessarily, not necessarily, it isn't at all any type of watercolor paper. Like I said, it's Bristol. So let's just go. Your boy's talking too much. I'm going to add some more. I'm going to be doing some plain, meaning not a lot of blending when it comes to colors, especially for the background, just because I want to keep that for his energy. And I don't know if any of this will work, but we're going to make it work. I'm going to give it a bit of vignette. Add a little bit more. I might. Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope the weather is nice where you are. I know a lot of this stuff just appears to be trivial, just considering the dumpster fire the world is in right now. But I trust in the Lord, so I'll let him take care of the stuff that he needs to take care of. I'll take care of what I need to take care of. Know what I mean? So let's do that instead. All right. I did that for a couple of reasons. I want to remove any other blue line underneath. I may end up doing more washes of that. So that'll come soon enough. So the only other thing I had to really consider is the type of colors. If I was just going to be pure, I mean, I could just go ahead and use light brown, and I think this is burnt sienna for his jacket, with a little bit of this yellow orange, which is one of my favorite colors, as his highlight from the blast. So that's what I might do. So brown to reddish. So there you go. Brown jacket to a little bit of orange, burnt sienna. That deep orange, I love that. And then underneath, I'll have to figure out a more subdued color for his jacket. And then I got to figure out what to do for his helmet, which I might just use the earth yellow, that color. We shall see. We shall see. I might capture the light blue for the broken part of the glass, just to pop out. The good thing about that is it's so early, I could change my mind. So let's do that. Just cleaning my brush with it. Has some white paint on it. Also, I didn't take my vitamins today. I'm gonna take them right now. Gents over 40, take your vitamins. Your dailies. And because I'm an adult, I eat vitamin gummies. And super beats. I'm gonna go ahead and use the other blue, which I think is sky blue. Ironically, I'm not using it for the sky. I'm going to use it for the broken shards of glass. I have a tendency to go. I'm very heavy-handed with my gouache, so I'm trying to find my rhythm and my groove as I go. I still might end up going extremely heavy-handed. It's just kind of like the way I enjoy painting. And I am not afraid to use highlights early or deep shadows early, because one of the things I really do enjoy about gouache is the way you can build up on those colors. So I'm going to use that blue on his visor, but it is going to transition to white. Which I can do right now just to see how it pops. Because I like those, I like being able to see those effects early. Gets you motivated. I prepped this paper a little bit differently than I normally would have, or what I've normally been doing lately. And I think it might be the way to go from here on out. And I still used fixative, and I still used gesso. I went extremely heavy-handed with, oh, I love the way that came out. I went extremely heavy-handed with the fixative, giving it 2 coats. I was afraid of having the inks run on me like they have lately when I apply gesso. And doing it this way did not. It held up really well. And then with the gesso, what I ended up doing, I'm just gonna give it some flair. That may or may not work. I might just end up having and keeping it in blue. But for now, we're testing it out. Anyway, I added a little bit of water. Added a little bit of water to the gesso, and actually went light with the gesso, but I went with 2 coats. One of the things I want to make sure that reads is the tear that he has in his eye, because if his visor is broken, that wind whipping into his eye would be painful. Okay. All right. I don't want to go too crazy with his skin tone. I'm not really interested in using Hemi's flesh tone either. But I may end up having to mix my own flesh tone. All right. Let's not worry about that right now. Just cleaning my brush. I'm going to go ahead and start working on the fire here, or the blast. Wish me luck. I'm just feathering the brush here. So let me see if I can move this so you guys can see it as well. Maybe too yellow, but we're working. We're going to be working in layers here. I wanted it to look like he was smoking out of this paper. Right out of the box, right out of the seed. I'm going to have to do a few rounds here. Because I want it to be pure white. I'm gonna add some more of this darker orange here, so we can start layering a little bit while it's wet. And is the darker, so out here. Hearing things. Hearing things. All right, so what he would do, oh no, he would use an angled brush and then soften the bottom of those. Clean water. Some of these edges I'm going to want to keep. I like those effects there. Leave it alone. I might end up going darker with the blue, almost to the color of the tape. Just so that he can pop out even more. So, and I think it'll look cool if that is like a stark blue and the color is just ripping through. I don't want to overdo it because I need the white to look like just to show motion and speed and frame our homie here. And I'm going to use it to erase some of my pencil lines, my blue lines here. This is a very wet mixture of white because it'll bloom with more water. It'll bloom on the paper, and I kind of want that chaos. That's okay. You boys, quiet. Concentrate. I'm just going to paint right over my signature because I'm going to sign it again. I'm going to go over these marks here with a sharper black, maybe even with some acrylic black later. Again, we want to make it pop out as much as possible. And then to layer him, I might have to get my other whites out, my other white paint. Just to let you know, I am running out. I ran out of the original Hemi. But a starving artist, no, you put a little Rocketeer in that, you're gonna get it to work. Another thing that I am concerned about, is that there's multiple light sources. Because I'm thinking of where the sun is going to be, where the main lighting is going to be for his helmet. Also, I have to give some back rim lighting because of the rocket effect. We shall see. And I might go darker, because I think it'll look like he's inside of a ball of flame. So we want him to look when he's coming right at us, and he's using the full force of that rocket pack. Hey, Chris. Little dap, little hugs. I'm trying my absolute best to maintain these ink lines. I still might have to go over them just because they look a little bit washed out because of the gesso when I cleared the paper. It's all good. It's all good. Drawing this, painting this has also given me ideas for tiger stripes. Should keep that in mind, artists out there, to look for different ways for you to use a certain technique or color, or because again, the possibilities of art are endless. Then you'll draw a bomb tiger and somebody, or paint a tiger, and hey man, how'd you come up with that idea? I was painting the Rocketeer. What? All right. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to add some more orange in here on the back end. I think it's gonna look pretty cool. I think. And then once I darken that up there, I might end up going really bold with that blue, that darker blue color, and it'll definitely very pop-like, and we'll get the effect that we're looking for. All right, so while that is drying and drying, let's darken up that sky. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a darker blue. I think that is Prussian blue, and the other blue that we use, cobalt, I think. One blue, the other blue. This brush is thirsty, man, and it's taking all the paint before I even add it to the paper. Everything is in circles. I'm going to stand up for a second. I think it looks pretty good. I think it's coming along pretty well. Still don't know what color I'm going to use that face for. I'm going to start using a deeper orange, the Puncho. On some sides. What happened here? Okay. Guys, if you're there, make sure you say hello. It's lonely. No, I'm kidding. I keyed. I want to emphasize some of these brush strokes so it can look chaotic here. All right. That is not a bad start. All right. Now for his jacket. The brown gouache color is too dull. Let's see what I can do here. But it could be used as a base. That's a little bit better. Well, that's a lot better. Add a little more red. And I'm just dirtying up my jelly my jelly wells. All right, so he's going to be more, his jacket color is going to be truer in the center here because he's going to have some type of lighting above and below. Let's see how that comes out. I really want to start here, but I'm writing. I know that I'm going to smudge it. I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to try to do my best to feather it upwards. This is a little too light for my taste, but that's all right. I think it'll make a good base. Again, I use gouache very heavy-handed. But I like how natural that looks, so let's keep it. I'm using the round brush as if I was inking with black with period inking. Trying to control the weight of the brush. And I can generate those really cool feathered looks. Need a little more brown, more of that, more red. Cool. I don't mind that the lines break at the end because that's actually what I'm looking for. And now what's really cool is that I can just keep going into my palette here and adding dimension just by layering on top. We can sit down again. I'm just adjusting my camera real quick. That should be the whole drawing right there. Again, these are the colors that I'm using. I have raw brown, sienna, and a little bit of, I think that's crimson. They tell you that's red, but that don't look red to me. So it's just a little bit of brown. And they really tell you not to keep dipping into your colors with a dirty brush, but come on. That's a little too much. But that's okay because that means that maybe on this side, it's just darker. Which does look a little bit tighter there. So we'll do that and a little bit of the red or crimson, or whatever it is. And I am making sure that it is diluted enough. Let's see. It's going to be darker than this, but that's okay. We're still working with layers. And I'm being mindful of my black lines, so I won't have to redo them later on. I'm gonna have to anyway. I'm gonna wet that some more. That's part of his helmet. But if I color it, it'll look like it's a part of his jacket. What do you guys think? You know what? Ain't nobody around. I'll do it. And if it doesn't look good, I'll just blame it on you guys for not being here to tell me not to. Now that I have my base, I can let that set, and every time I go over it with that color, it's going to have an extra layer of oompage that we're looking for. What color are his eyes? He got brown eyes. Brown eyes? He got brown eyes. Let's give him brown eyes then, shall we? Light. Can't even see it on screen, but believe me, he has brown eyes. And then later I'll add a lighter color so they can pop. I'm gonna have a sip. So I think the hardest thing, maintain this type of energy onto the fire, and onto the sky behind them. That sky might be what's the most dull, and I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to tweak that. Let's see if I can fix this camera. But we'll figure it out. I'm going to put my tunes up, and I'll talk to you guys if you guys talk to me. Is it because my coconut's not on screen? Let me put my cowboy hat on. I won't be able to see if I put that on. Boop. Put my head on the. There you go. So that's what I figure I'm going to do. Darker brown, more reddish and orange on the bottom. What up, Saboteur? How you doing, brother? Happy Friday, bro. Doo-doo. You know, one thing that I notice about gouache that really is annoying, that when you're painting, it disappears from your palette pretty quickly. But when you go to clean your palette, it takes forever. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. Are we tripping? I'm gonna definitely have to go in with some more black on some of these. All right. What do I want to use? What do I want to use? Let's see if we can do a mix of this. Mix of that. And a mix of this. That doesn't really mix it too much. What happens if we add yellow? Nothing, because it's dry. Ew. Looks all right to me. Because it's still wet, and I'm using kind of like a wet on wet technique here. The way this thing is going to bloom and dry is going to leave some really cool variations, and then you can just let your eyes rest, and then you can start adding highlights and dark edges where to make it look organic. You know, I have Arteza metallic paints. Would it be too cheesy to use those paints on his helmet? And Saboteur, no, that is the Rocketeer. This guy. From artist Dave Stevens. Pow! He's like Cannonball. If they would have done Cannonball's effect that way, I would have dug it. Cannonball, Sam Guthrie. So, maybe what I can do is use the metal for the rivets and these edges. Have this matte, and these have those. Ooh. Yes, Cannonball is from X-Force. This guy's is not. This dude's character, Cliff Secord, based from the 1930s. He is a stunt pilot for like an air show. So I still almost want to go darker with the sky. But I'm curious what it's all going to look like when I remove the tape. I put a border around the drawing, so it's going to look let me move this thing because it's not like it's paying attention. Trying to make sure it looks straight. Stop that for a moment, take a break. I'm gonna let these layers dry out. Yeah, I think darker sky. But the fact that you thought it was cannonball means that the effect works. All right, all right. I hate using the pre-made skin tone color from Hemi, but like I said earlier, I don't really want to be mixing colors here. But I have enough of a flesh tone mix on my palette that I might be able to sneak it in there. I need a proper shadow color. Might work. It's hard to see some of this on the horizontal, but I'm using the leather color, a light version of the leather color for the shadowing. It might not even show up. All right, let's get a little darker then. It's not dark enough. And the brush I'm using, for being so small, it's too big. It is quiet in here today. Okay, folks. I'm gonna let that dry. I'll add some white to my flesh tone. Right? It was able to actually take a walk earlier today before streaming. Take the doggo out. Warm enough to go and do that. Yeah, man. That's not necessarily true. In my room it is. But boy, man, I'd be freezing. Some damage there, some battle damage on Cliff. In a cut. Dirty Dooch. Now you can have all of that, my friend. I might be doing a little too much detailing in the eye where it's going to be difficult to see, but I'll see it and it'll make me feel good. All right. Let's one on there. I'm still trying to, I'm doing all this stuff before I start painting his helmet here. I don't know quite how I'm going to pull that off yet. The whole lean. Oh, you're not on the horizontal. It's your boy over here getting his lean on. Uh, and the lens is bulbous. So I'm trying to everything that I've been doing this year has been kind of comic book driven. What up? Comic book driven. So I try to ink this as tight as possible. So I'm doing as much as I can to preserve the inks. So that am I loud? Yeah, I got two mics. My bad, bro. You know what it is? So there's no music on my horizontal shot. I'm gonna turn it off. It's a damn shame. The technology is something else. So I have obviously my mic on my glasses, and then I got this little mic here. Maybe it's a little too much. Oh, but I was hoping my I think it's just really low. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm trying to paint around tight inks to encourage some. Where you at? To encourage some collaborations, because I know that as a painter, right, you got to preserve the inks as much as possible. Like an inker has to preserve the pencils as much as possible. We're gonna use this for blood. So I was finding out that my cameras had their own mic, so they were fighting. So it'd be really low because it'd be using the microphone from my camera, not from my lavaliers. So how you doing, man? You you getting your book going? Oh, you scripting? I can dig it. I'm trying to not one of you. How are you? Okay, welcome. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me give me 1 second. Let me encourage someone to go to the horizontal. Ooh, the Marvel method. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Get some blood on his eye. Yeah, we was having this conversation a while back. Just how kind of like discouraged I got with the how far I've been going or lack thereof my own. What's up, Omer? Um, my own efforts. It stopped being fun real quick. It was going gangbusters for a hot second, and then it was like, meh. Because I was just putting too much pressure for no reason. Man, that came out pretty good. I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can check this out. Little battle damage. Yeah, man. What up, Omer? I need a. You're right. I need a soundboard. Everybody would get the. Everybody would get the. The remix. The remix horn. But it's we chilling, man. It's quiet Friday. Get a little jazzy, little funk. Move that away. Hold on. Make sure you see me. Make sure my fly was done. Want to keep this PG. Uh, yeah, that sky seems so dull to me that I'm gonna have to really. I want it dark so that he can pop out more. But these. It's dry in my room. Oh heck yeah, that's where we at. Omer, I was asking you the other day. I had to pop off. I asked the question and I didn't even get an opportunity to listen. I've noticed you've been using the StreamYard, the one with the duck as the icon. Do you like that one better than Restream? And you say uh, encourage you to do it, man. I think the way you do your watercolor, especially that pencil that that pencil character that you've been painting, the way you work, it would benefit you. I think because of the way the you keep adding and adding layers to it. It's very similar to what I did with the Rocketeer's jacket, bro. So I think you dig it. I said, bring him out. I think it'd be cool to see what you do with them. And these are still the OGs from 2 years ago. You tell I don't use the purple. I gotta start doing stuff that needs purple. That's not too bad. It's chaotic. But yeah, dude, I would love to see that. Bust out the gouache. The gouaches, man. Oh, I almost messed that up. Are you more comfortable with the with watercolor? With that watercolor set that you use on your pieces? You seem comfortable with it. But I'm asking if are you more comfortable with that than you are gouache, or is it just? You prefer restream? Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm on the free account, so I'm not gonna do anything until I can try to get some steady money. Not that it's expensive, but I'm in the keeping money in my account phase as I buy art supplies I don't need. And I think Restream just had an update. Man, I came out good. I'm thinking of I think I might use the Arteza metal paints for his buttons. The parts on his I won't do the fin. I think that might be too much, but I might do the edge of the fin and these pieces here. I'm still unsure what kind of paint I'm gonna do. You do like StreamYard, but just use the free version because the co-host for that one show, because his phone kicks him off on Restream after 45 seconds. That's weird. Oh, when he streams, when he connects, that's interesting. Uh, I was on. That is weird, bro. I was on Monday with another artist who's in Portugal, and he was on until his phone died. Yeah, I can live with the quirks that the free version of Restream has. I can live with those. Alrighty. All right, let me see something. Cassette says that my vertical stream is quiet. You love watercolors lately, Copics and watercolors. I saw that. Your Copic work is pretty good. Was that Laura Croft you was doing? I remember looking at the skin tone, looking nice. Faster than Copics, yeah. Yeah, they the nature of alcohol markers, the way they dry, and you don't have to stress working too quickly to blend them in. I don't know, Saboteur. That vertical stream sounds fine. You might have to check your listening device. All right, I don't need this no more. Then he says, I still have a little bit of learning curve with the Gouache. I want to use them more flat colorway. Yes. When I first started using them, I tried to go as flat as possible. I'm like, I don't want to I don't want to blend. But once you start seeing what you can do with simple blending, but yeah, that's the way to go. You can get some really sharp graphic looks on it. All right. Let's scooch this up. That works better dark. I'm just looking at the pulling everything. All right, looks good. Looks all right. Looks pretty good. All right. What I'm struggling with is his helmet. Let me see. All the colors look alike on this palette right now. Kind of nice. Let's go for it. Light from here. That'll be my lightest. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I don't know if it's really us too, man. I think YouTube's acting up. I'm gonna use a lot of like streaky brush strokes. I don't know what to use for. For the blending, but it looks like he just uses kind of like a. It's not gonna look the same. That's what happened to me with watercolors. I was getting tired of not being able to get solid looks to them. So and I thought gouache was going to be the way to go. It might be a good thing. I haven't tried it yet to start the piece in watercolor. You know, so agreed. It has been. For whatever reason, it's. I feel like it's been pushing me away from the audience that I built, and it's pushing me away from the stuff that I normally watch. Does that make sense? Like their recommendations have been really weird. Um, but I think it's because of my live streaming. It's really freaking weird. I just make it the worst. But I don't know, bro. I also think that they've been weeding out bots. See me? Oh, here's my gunfu. My back is tight. But I'm like, leave the bots. We need the subs. Let's see if this yellow does anything. I need something bright right here. You use too much water when you play with gouache because you're used to watercolor. Yeah. And you paint with acrylic paints often enough and you like it. Yeah, and and the acrylic gives you that nice layer of paint that's not going to come up. I feel you, man. I feel you. Yeah, I hear you. But I think you would be actually pretty successful with it. The gouache, I mean. And I still don't have the full grasp of this thing. Whenever I do, it humbles the hell out of you. Yeah. I mean, it's probably the case. You probably ain't lying. Um, I kind of felt the same thing when I came out of the New Year's. It made me change some of my short-term goals and like what I wanted, and nothing's really changed except for adding the live stream, and it's just like you're absolutely right. The brakes got hit, and it's like, what the hell? What the hell? So I don't know what game they're playing. I don't know which way they are trying to have dictate the way we make our channels. I didn't see anything, but it's kind of, you're right. It's kind of like a who the hell put the brakes on this thing? Yeah, 10 to 20 subs a week. Yeah, that's dope. And if you're as consistent as you are, you can guess the trajectory where your channel is going to go, and they would. I feel you, man. It's quite frustrating. Yeah. So I feel you, bro. I feel you. I'm gonna have to let this dry because all I'm doing is mixing it on top of each other. For these, I'm gonna use these pieces around the mask. I'm gonna use metallic paint so they can show. This is the hardest part of this character and how you end up, because he's such a single note in terms of color. He forces you to add certain bits to break everything up, and even still, that's still same color wheel. Stop that. Ooh, I think it's gonna rain. I almost feel like putting almost blue underneath. But nothing that whenever he draws him, he doesn't have any reflective. That almost looks cool there, as if it was blue already. Interesting. The thing for kids, oh yeah, YouTube's trying to keep kids from watching content that isn't for them. So there are a bunch of kids that are, yeah, man. We've had the discussion of can you draw Pokemons? I was watching a live stream with Rob Norton's live stream. He because we're at the time difference, I think it's 2 hours or something. Some person on the chat starts complimenting, oh, you're good, and then you start recognizing some telltales of little kids and how they speak. And it was like a 10-year-old kid. It's like, bro, get out of here. Uh-oh. Sadly, thought it'd be starting trouble. Says there's 7 people watching, but only 2 people on the chat. Where everybody at? Say what up. Say hello. Say goodbye. Say something. Unless you're a 10-year-old, then no. Beat it. Yeah, Saboteur was yelling. Be yelling at us, man. Don't be yelling in the chat. It's a safe place here. Should I do the lens flare here? Right, at least that's one thing, man, that really changes your perception when it comes to doing this type of stuff. You go, I have 200 subs or 300, 400 subs. That means I should get 300 views on my work. That's not how that works. I think you get a fraction of views, a fraction of the views. All right, let's see. Unless you're David Finch, because that dude steals all the views. All right, brother, appreciate you. Cooking dinner. Let him cook. Let him cook. All right, let's see. Let's get the metals out. Gold, Aztec gold. No, we're not going to go there. How about, yeah, let's do that. Okay. Purples over there, purples and blues. All right, so I think I'm still not sure about all of these colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a, I think I'm going to use the pearl for underneath the rivets, and we'll use the Aztec gold and the yellow gold. Aztec gold and regular gold of this Arteza premium. What the hell are you guys called? Metallic gouache. Put that there. Uh-oh. What has arrived? I think the storm's arriving. Yeah, I try not to cover so much of it. It's still kind of faded out with the gesso, but I used a watered down version. I watered down the gesso a bit more than normal, and I gave it 2 coats. Thanks, man. That was the goal. Maintain the black ink. Like I said, I'm trying to audition to paint for people's work, man. Get my the collaborations up. All right. I need a small round. But thanks, man. I might still have to go over the blacks, the black coloring, the line art. Maybe. All right. I don't know if this is gonna work. We're gonna. It may not be that much of a difference considering. Painting. Move, man. They don't want to move. So what are you referring to, man? What has arrived? Ooh, hot dang. That's what's up. That's cool. That is cool. You want to present it to the world? I don't mean to yell that. I didn't mean to yell that. Do you want? Would you like to present it to the world? I'll send you the link, brother. But man, congrats, bro. That's cool. But no pressure, bro. No pressure. Ike, good evening, sir. It is evening, right? It's like 7 p.m. where you are. How you doing, man? This brush is too thick. Thank you, sir. This pearlescent or whatever metallic, I think it's going to be a bit subdued. I'm sure it'll look in person. You'll kind of catch it. May have to do layers to it. Kato 1412 is my son. Him. Okay. And who is him? Is this one of those I am him? Aha. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. You don't have to do anything special to mine, Seb. Just sign it. What's your real name? Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. That's cool, man. Cute. I can't use this brush. This brush, this brown number 2 from Arteza is trash. Sorry. I'd rather use their number 8. Am I freaking good? I think it is. What is happening? Even my cat's impressed. Wow. You know what? I think that's what I'll do. Do we have anything lighter than this? Pearl sage. Do we have like a pearlescent white? I don't know if that'll work. Let's not get a little crazy. I'm gonna use this to hype up the scratches on this guy's mask helmet. Nope, not gonna work either. Yeah, man. Wow. Wow. Philip, what up, my man? How you doing, sir? Happy Friday. I need more gold. I like gold. This paint's a little weird. It's a little thicker. At least it's blendable with the other. And it doesn't lose its luster, but I don't know. I might have to darken around it so it can pop more because it got lost and you really can't see it. Oh well. I tried. Yo, she is going in. My cat's hungry. Shoot, sorry it got so quiet in here, man. You just got it tense. I might have to do some more mixing here. I don't like that. I wanted sharp lines for his suit. Cheating keys for the helmet. And then I can worry about I can worry about the highlights later. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Philip. I was It's kind of difficult because of all of they're all the same. They're all near the same color. Right? The bronze helmet or whatever it is, the leather jacket, the fire behind them. I might have to go back around with the some orange, some deeper orange. And I'm trying to wing it because there really is no shot like this in the book for me to crib from. And there's a couple of things that I'm trying to use to frame. I want to use this color so I can frame his eyes, so his eye will pop. I probably should have done the reverse, but it is what it is. Ah, you see, I was answering before you even asked it. I threw it before you entered the room. So, yeah, with the blue, the white, the orange, the white, the orange, and then bam, highlighted his eye with the blue so it draws your attention. I'm going to remove, and because of that, now I know I have to remove that sliver of blue right there. Which means that I might have to remove, or maybe not, because this looks like a wave effect that directs your eye to the blue again. Motion circular is circular. Two and a half. Don't want it to make it look too sharp. And give it all that brushed metal look. Add some more white so it'll have like some streaks. Let's put this crack in here. Crack in here. Probably wouldn't be seeing the highlight on the crack, but it is what it is. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you all. So the only way that's gonna work, I gotta stand up a bit. Last thing I'll do on this helmet is do these colors but sharper with no blending. Just taking a step. I'm looking at it through everything. Okay. Bam, bam. Okay. Okie dokie. I may not be able to finish this all today. Let's add some effects too. How long is this playlist? Okay. Smash the like, smash the like. People are shy, man. Whew. Sorry for being so quiet. Sometimes just got no choice. You get in a groove, and you got no choice but to be quiet. Oh, thank you, Susan. You're not familiar with the Rocketeer as well? I was kind of. Where are my nerds? Where are my nerds? I'm playing. All right. This was from this character. You probably, like me, saw him in theater before I even knew it was a book. The Rocketeer. That's a bad habit. And came out 91, 92, I think. And I was fooled to think that he was a literal character, a pulp character from the 1930s, when in fact it was created by Dave Stevens in the 80s. But he did such an awesome job capturing that era in his books and his writing, in the book and the writing that. So that's who that is. The Rocketeer. Let me see if I can add some. Yeah, he's not Cannonball, like somebody mentioned earlier. Yeah, he was super cool. He came out at the right time, but I I'm just surprised they never extended any of the story. But here I go again, going against my right-handedness, making it difficult for myself. Ah, thanks. I'm always trying to find some background music that I can play that doesn't have a lot of ads in it. And I try to be supportive and let them know I'm going to use it on my live streams, and hopefully they don't object to it. But this is from Ambient Pulse, which I've been bumping to this thing for several hours, so I like it. It's called 70s Psychedelic Desert Rock Mix. And this one it's 3 hours long, so perfect. I like the way that this mix of brown, whatever that was, and black looks on the helmet. It makes it pop out, makes it look different. I'm gonna add black to here, but trying to emphasize some battle damage on his helmet. Let's do this mouthpiece. All right. I think the last thing I got to do is find some creases on his jacket. But it actually looks pretty good. So I think because it's all the same color, I might instead go in with some pure oranges for the fire effect. And then I think I might be done. All I'm doing is adding some, I got my head in front of the palette. Let me move that for you. My coconut out the way. So mixing this, what the heck are you called? Give me 1 second. Are you Miami? Yeah. That is orange. Orange, and I'm mixing it with some deep red. So I'm gonna just accentuate the fire here. I'm gonna mainly stay around the edges, so it'll be dark, and then so he can stand out. It'll be a Rocketeer donut. Yes, this is Bristol board, Bristol paper. I am, but I've done so much work on the Bristol that I am really jonesing to start working on a canvas or something a little different. But yes, this is Bristol board smooth. And after I drew it, I scanned it in and I printed it on Bristol board smooth. And then I printed it, I inked it, and then I did my usual fixative. Sorry, excuse me. Fixative and gesso. Oh, heck yeah. I think I might still find some spots to do that orange and some edges. I think think it might pop. It's either gonna pop or it's gonna ruin. But here, I'll show you the original. Give me 1 second. This is the original drawing, say on Bristol board, using the blue color pencil. You guys, I am like struggling right now. The Prismacolor blue. Yeah, I'll show you. That is the pencil that I've been using lately. The color erase number 20044 blue. That is what I've been using for my my most recent, if not all my drawings. I want to get back to regular pencil too. Scanned it. I don't think I changed any dimensions to it. I'm looking at it side by side. Yeah, I don't think I changed any dimensions to it. And I didn't do too much to the opacity either. Just dropped it a little bit, and then inked over it on another Bristol on this one. I'm kind of digging that process a bit. Like it makes it feel like a production. Something's happening. From the artist to the inker to the painter, right? The one thing I didn't do, I didn't scan the inked version. I only took a picture of it. I wasn't too worried. I was kind of confident going in painting this, even though there's certain things that I'm still trying to figure out. But I went in kind of pretty confident. It's still very monochrome. Still very similar colors all the way around. Let me lower this. Can I just say this? I know I just trashed this Arteza brush, the number 2 round, just because I don't like. Look at the difference on how it holds a point. Now it looks better, but it's too short. I think the bristles are too short. This one works better, even for those sharp lines. Those colors capture the error, though. Yeah, they actually do. And I'm not straying too far from the original colors of the character, so that feels good to me. So, I was not at all trying to reinvent the wheel or anything. I just wanted to pay homage to the character and to the artist. who in the short amount of time that he was around did an amazing job just capturing the imagination of young artists and old. I really wish that I could rotate the page. It'd be easier to do some of these. And I have been drawing without recording. Boo. But it's better late than never. I thought I was going to need to grab the acrylics, but I think these held up pretty good. It would look dope full black. I might still do it. But I'll probably do it off stream. Maybe tomorrow while I'm just hanging out, I'll just go over all the black with some black acrylic, and then it'll definitely boom. Thank you, Susan. I really appreciate you stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If I can get that white to be a bit darker. I do have white acrylic too. Yeah, I think I'm near the finishing touches. I'm going to do some more white down here so that I can sign it for the day. And then I'm going to untape it. I'm going to do pure white around the border underneath the cloud. Let's scooch this down for you. White inside here so it can be sharper. What was this for? For the dots. Because I think the rest of whatever happens is just going to be me noodling, and that's not going to be very exciting to watch. So I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this Friday. We're almost 3 hours. So I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me on Friday evening, excuse me. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Don't do nothing. Don't do anything. Just hang out. Be safe. Take care of yourself. And that's it. That is the Rocketeer. What's time we got a few minutes. I'll let I'm gonna go into silent mode. I'll leave the music for you while I noodle. All right, guys. Love you. Mean it. God bless you. Have a great weekend. See y'all next week.